Hey everybody, this is another little Feed the Beast tutorial that I figured would be helpful. We're going to talk about doubling ores and how we can do that since that's a pretty important part of the game. So yeah, let's get started here. So the first thing that I want to look at is the grindstone, which is from the Applied Energistics mod. This is a really awesome guy for beginning game ore duplication. You can make him just with some nether quartz dust or Certus quartz dust, wooden gear, and then some stone. So that's easily gotten just from a stone pick mining. And how it basically works is you can put in your ores in those slots, and then you basically just right click on the crank, and you gotta hold down right click and just keep on cranking, and it will eventually turn our ore here into dust. So this isn't the most effective way in the world since you have to sit here and literally grind out your extra ores from these ores. But yeah, it works, and you can see we got 4 pulverized iron now, and it's going through our stuff. So very cool. Now this is where things get a little bit more complicated and where people might not know what they want to use. Right here we have the pulverizer from thermal expansion, the macerator from IC2, and the smeltery from Tinker's Construct. And I'm pretty sure some of you won't know exactly what the smeltery does, but you probably have a good idea what the macerator does and a decent idea of what the pulverizer does. I prefer using a pulverizer as my late game or processing thing. Many people will choose to use a macerator, but what's the difference between the two of them? One, the pulverizer, that I really like about him, it's automatic. It needs Minecraft joules for power. That's why I have a redstone energy cell back here. And if you guys want tutorials on power, just leave a comment in the comments. Couldn't think of the word there. For me to make another tutorial. But this guy runs off of MJ, and he will. The cool thing about him is he'll sometimes produce a second thing from your ore. So you'll see that we got 8 iron from our 4 iron. But sometimes we'll get this ferrous metal from iron. Copper, you can sometimes get gold and vice versa. And it's just really nice because you can get more than what you actually put in. Now, the difference between this guy and this guy, you can't really speed this guy up. And I mean, he's fairly fast how he is. But if you want super fast ore processing, this isn't the one you're going to want. The other cool thing about this, you can enable a redstone signal on it, which I like. So if you wanted to shut down your system for a while, you could just put it where you needed a redstone signal, like that, or no redstone signal, like that. You can see exactly how much energy is stored in it. We got 4800 MJ, the maximum power is 4, and how much it's using. And then this is the really awesome thing. You can choose where to output items. So for instance, if we said to output everything out that way, then if we were to get a chest, and I'm just going to spawn one in for demonstration purposes, our stuff would then spew into this chest. So you don't need buildcraft pipes and redstone engines and gates to pump stuff out. The macerator, however, you are going to need that, and that's kind of crappy, but hey, you got to make the best of it. Now, the awesome thing about the macerator, which I really like, one, it runs off of IC2 power, which you guys are probably used to if you've seen any of my other videos. So I just have a generator back here with some simple coal fueling it. But you can also add these overclocker upgrades, and they will make it go a lot faster, and you can add up to 12 overclockers, probably more, but I think it used to be 12, if you have a higher power supply. So that's pretty cool, but you'll see you get iron dust, and then all this dust you can just smelt in a furnace to get back into ingot form. So that's how you double using the macerator and pulverizer. I recommend the pulverizer, but if you're an IC2 guy or you have a lot of IC2 power, just go with the macerator because it is as efficient as the rest of them. Now, the smelter, this is my new favorite little contraption. You'll see it's actually a multi-block structure. It needs to be set up semi-similar to this. I made mine a little bit more fancier with the glass and the 3 layers and stuff. But basically what you do with a smelter, you can put lava into the tank, and that's kind of what fuels it. So you can think of that as your energy from the other two. And then this is the controller. And you can put stuff in here. You'll see there's a ton of inventory space. So we're just going to drag in some iron here. Nope. Come back. Drag in some iron. And you're going to see that they actually go into our smeltery. And those aren't actual blocks, those are just ghost blocks, so you can actually, you know, fly through them and stuff. But it will hurt you once those melt down if you're in there, so warning there. But you can see that they're melting down. You can see a little progress bar. And eventually they're going to all turn into molten iron over here on the right. And then we'll be able to cast it using this into our basin to get our iron. So that's another way. This will double your ore output. And these things to make it, I'll show you here just how to make it. They're very easy in all honesty. Like a seared tank is just these seared bricks and glass. And the seared bricks come from this grout stuff. And grout is, you can get 2 or 8, but it's gravel, sand, and clay. So it's honestly very easy to get these seared bricks, and you basically need seared bricks for most of this stuff. But yeah, very cool, and you can double it without even really spending any ores besides possibly like a bucket to fill the lava. So that's very helpful. You'll see that all of our stuff melted down here. We now got 36 ingots worth of molten iron. So then we can right-click on this guy to spew it into this basin. You'll see that he's going to fill up all the way to the top. This is basically signifying a block in here. So as soon as that goes all the way up, it's finished. It's going to dry. And then we can right-click on it, and we got ourselves a block of iron. So that's pretty cool. And you'll see that in here, that went down. We're at 24 now, and it's actually gradually shrinking since we're spewing it out. But now we're at 20, 19, 18. It should be 18 because, you know, 2 blocks. Well, yeah. So yeah, that's basically all the ways you can double your ores. There is a way to triple your ores using factorization, but I'm not a big factorization guy and not entirely sure how to do that. So this is just a tutorial for doubling ores. I'm not sure how to do that with factorization. If you guys want any other tutorials on blocks or techniques, please let me know and I will get those out to you. Have a good day, guys.